I stream daily, almost daily on twitch.tv/canister_mtg, so be sure to visit that if you would like to catch some of my live content. Is this super qualify for sure for Lille? I'm only a little sure. Actually, no idea. Actually, like, this is starts to be tournaments that I should care about qualifying for. So it's tricky. I probably should actually know. It's because I will no longer have the MPL auto qualification forever everywhere. What's that? Temple Garden? It's cycle free, so Athens. Okay, so useless tournament. How do you find that info? I really wish Canister would stop trying to be witty funny. Doesn't work for him at all. It comes out super cringy. Yeah, it does. I'll play the Inkmoth. Maybe it's Hammer too. I don't know. Like, they play banned colors. What the heck? They are about to find a Might. I guess we're gonna try to do things now. Trum, 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 trum. Canister wins. Okay. What the fuck are you playing, bro? Something with not much removal and that's weak to March. It seems. Banned Hammer, yeah, maybe. I mean, it makes sense, like blue-eyed Hammer, splashing Might, people do that. Kind of weird to keep a hand like this, where you go turn to Saga, nothing, but I think they mulled. Let's check. They think they mulled to 5, alright, it makes more sense to keep a hand like this. Ha ha ha. Well, I'll know if this hand holds itself. We go Sentinel, then Sentinel Saga. We're on the draw, on the play maybe, but on the draw I think we have to move for something better. Which it's not clear to me how this hand is, but it might be. I've seen the pieces fit. I know that pieces fit, 'cause I am a piece of it. They play Saga. Have 2 marches, so there's not much rush. If they play Saga, we're gonna exile the Saga before they can play Stoneforge for extreme mana advantage. Giver not so bad for them right now. We find the reality cheap. Okay. We find the reality cheap, huh? Do I think that Nepo or Liren will win the chess worlds? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I'll do this. Maybe playing a Paladin is good, but... Gonna exile the chip. It's a good draw. Alright, I guess we don't need to exile the chip immediately. I think I get Kaldra. What do you think? Well, if they do have removal, then it's kinda unnecessary, and a hammer will do... No, let's get Kaldra. Alright, sorry, don't top the land. Well, Paradise Mantle. Am I the Polish Eurovision contestant? No, I am not, but maybe I should be. Isn't Corruptor better than Kemba? No, not necessarily. It goes 1 white and works slightly differently and has a mana sink ability. F6 sync. Do you rate the pre-release pros from 1 to 7? 7. No attacks. No, I mean 7 is way too high, but if you try land, you can equip the Kaldra, the Inkmoth. Are we not gonna now? Kaldra is very strong, so I don't know why you would want. I think there is so little danger of killing the Urza Saga now that I will do it. We need 8 hammer. I don't think they have anything though. I make a cat. Meow. Meow. Bros, those cats are so buff. Very nice, Dready Bice. Funny song. Like, it was funny to listen to. I don't know, draw. Don't know which song is Sticks and Leashes off the top of my head, unfortunately, but it's surely funny. We're gonna keep Inkmoth Nexus to be able to block with it, I guess.
Phenomenal control player.
Well, that sounds like a fun idea. One other funny album I have heard once was should have attacked with Puresteel Paladin. I keep the Inkmoth to block, that's why I don't make this unblockable. Shudlovsky, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. One album I enjoyed was Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory, but it was called Gangnam Theory, and every song was Gangnam Style. Actually.
He's a phenomenal control player.
But like on the Gangnam, like the Linkin Park song, but the lyrics were all Gangnam Style. Shuffling yesterday on Twitter, not surprised at all 1/3 got that wrong. Chat, I have to tell you something. I do pile shuffle my deck because it makes my irrational part of my brain feel better. Even if, like, I know that it can't matter, because if it does matter, then that means I'm manipulating my deck in ways that I shouldn't be manipulating my deck, like by definition. But it does give me a peace of mind. Yeah, if it does matter, you are cheating. Definitionally, you are influencing your deck in ways where you gain some knowledge about the position of the cards in it. So what you're saying is that if we match against you in paper, we call it Jad. No, I have so much plausible deniability, and I do shuffle my deck afterwards in the actual what's that called? Riffle shuffle ways, but I use 7 piles. Shuffle into 7 piles, and it's strictly because 7 is a prime number and 60 doesn't divide into 7, so that actually shuffles it better. That's my reasoning. Alright. Do we keep this against Kahira? I don't know. This is not a great hand. Let's probably mulligan. Kurva, this is not good. Okay, this is okay. To 5 piles, 60 divided by 5. It's terrible. What when you play 70 card Omnath? Damn, I've not adjusted for that ever. What's the final answer on your question of milling with Shikon or not? The real answer is that it does not matter. It's also like a bit hard sometimes to discuss things on the internet because some people are better at decoupling concepts from each other than others. Let's play it. And on the internet, I think like a large amount of people discussing are not very good at decoupling the ideas. Nie, bułka, nie wylewaj mi herbaty na ten. And you're just kind of always gonna get a lot of answers that gonna be, oh, but what about X? What about Y? What about Z? It's kind of hard to discuss one specific part of the problem without getting the interruption from like an irrelevant side point to the discussion. Like you can see that with people going, oh yeah, but like if you have loam, or like, oh, if you have fetches in your deck, you can mill your fetchables. Yeah, bro, I literally don't care about that in this scenario. Just ignore that. It's a side discussion and it has no direct relevance right now. Question should be like, does milling yourself with frequent change the probability of drawing a land? But then it does if you phrase it like this, because afterwards the probability is different. Probably gonna play Paladin now, right? Seems good. The counterspell, I draw one. Does the new white Well of Summer replace Blacksmith skill? I think it mostly does. Maybe not fully, but I think it does. It's like the better protection spell for the most part. Solitude, okay. So we don't draw anything, but they pitched Exile Solitude, so that's not too bad. Oh wow, that resolves. Interesting. Yeah, Shark Typhoon? I'm scared. Probably not, but... I think it's just not that intuitive unless you think about it and know some basic probability. Yeah. The first step to have good discussions on the internet is to filter out all people who have a Reddit account. Why? Artifact is good to draw. Okay. They didn't have Shark Typhoon. Nice. Human brain models randomness as even spread. That's why people think MonoW is valid randomness. Yeah. Well, my brain does that too, and I fall a victim of that too, of course. If I had a search, that would work here still, I guess. Do I play Memnite? I assume I do. I don't know what good holding a Memnite is gonna do for me. If they have Verdict, it's like fine. Oh, okay. Hoof, not Verdict. Yeah, I don't mana with that. I just pile shuffle. Let's play around Chalice a bit with March ×2. They're both a waste of tournament time with end of good intentions. No, you don't get it. I don't have good intentions. I have intentions of that are self-serving. Self-serving in the way that I feel better when I do that. Or I can count your cards without pile shuffling. This is like second grade level skills. I mean, counting cards with or without pile shuffling is roughly the same speed. Oh, now we draw this. Let's play Saga. Dress are my Stoneforge? I mean, if this in play, okay. Cherry Cock. I don't know how fast you can count your deck without pile shuffling. I don't know what mechanics those people have. BH. Sounds really quick. Scan from 1 to 60. Well, but how you risk getting lost in the middle, and like, you can get lost when you pile shuffle. Like you count in tens and you're like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I was like, shit, do I have 50 or 60 cards? You don't know. You don't know. I just mark my sleeves against instead, which is more acceptable it seems. It's not, no, don't do that. March now? Okay. Fine. Guess I'll attack for 7. Wow, they play March and April. How brave. Funny. March and April. Island? Why you fetch Island and not cast anything? Don't you wonder what a Hallowed Fountain? Maybe you drew all your Hallowed Fountains. I protect. They have a Solitude, I'll be screwed, but I think we should play the Puresteel Paladin to just try to, you know, have 2 lethal attackers. New protection spell will be wrecked here, yeah. Verdict is still a reason to play Blacksmith scale, but there's just so little Verdict. This is why I pile shuffle in 4 piles. I know I must end up with 4 cards in the last iteration. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I do too, and I just check if it's 4 cards. And sometimes it's not, and then I'm like, oh. I check my sideboard and turns out I boarded out an extra card. What if your deck became 120 cards? Well, I would be able to tell. Well. Alright, youngest station actually spitting facts. No time for the something. Seems like they win now. Okay, play a lot of Wara is pretty scary. Which is better, placing your library parallel or perpendicular to your opponent? I do parallel. Well, parallel. Well, that depends. Where do you think your opponent is, I guess. But I place it in a way where it's nearby. Alright, you win. I just keep my deck like this way. This is the length of the cards. This is top of the card, bottom of the card. You are the opponent. We didn't see Chalice. We can have Needle. What the Fairy, Hero. Seems perpendicular to me. Yeah. Do you have the library on the left, one on the right side? Left. I'm right-handed. Weird. Yeah, I know. Also tap my cards to the right. Or rather, to the right, left. No, I tap my cards to the left. Differently, like the opposite way to how it's shown on the cards, on the tap symbol. Oh, that's a nice hand. It's a really nice hand. Tapping left is the only way to tap cards. No, tapping right also works. It's literally, there's different ways to tap. I actually don't tap my cards consistently. That's crazy. Land, or something good. Well, okay. We need to draw a land or a 0-drop. Not tapping consistently in the same direction. It's, wow. Wild stuff. Chalice? Fuck you, bro. Not a bad draw, actually, Stoneforge. Should I get Kaldra or Sword? I get the Sword. Do you tap your fetch lands before sacrificing them? I always find it kinda adorable when people do that. It's a vibe. You are supposed to, kinda. Let's see, opponent taps his Prismatic Vista before sacking it. I think on MonoW they tap, but very quickly. So you can notice it. If you had the eyesight of a fly, you could see it, but get Memnite, you say? I could get Hammer, but I think Memnite might be better. Well, Gingerbrute's gonna be probably the best then. Let's get Gingerbrute. Let's do this. On MonoW, aren't they just instantly put in the grave? Well, that's what you see, but they do get tapped and put into the graveyard. Like the costs happen in order, but they just happen like almost instantly, so you just don't see that. Let's go, Archmage's Charm, steal my Gingerbrute. Damn, they actually did it. I blinked very quickly to see if MTGO taps the Vista and I was able to see it. Based. What do you think Gingerbrute tastes like? Well, like ginger cookies, obviously. 1, 2, 3. I don't even have fucking Metalcraft. Piece of shit game. Can't win. Blinking very quickly gives you the eye frequency of a mosquito. Is that actually true? Do mosquitoes have based eyes, or is it just flies? I can't beat that. Control is a tough matchup. We needed to draw the extra land, make 2 constructs, and we had a chance, I think. How was it seeing in 400 FPS? Well, it was very quick. I don't know, I find water tasty. Then it's not work for you, but it's work for me. Like, I take more immediate enjoyment from drinking Pepsi than I get from drinking water in the moment. Sparkling water. Yeah, not everyone likes that. That's a good hand. Putback Dram. Probably. If you don't like sparkling water, you are a child. Or if you don't have a Doin kit. Classic Zoomer, need instant gratification, can't plan long term. Well, I was saying that I can. If you don't own a Doin kit, you are a baby. I have 2 cards only, that's nice. Esper Sentinel. Chad, do you really not like sparkling water? It's crazy. I actually don't like sparkling water either. I find it annoying to drink. Just like want to drink water to put water into my body to have water in my body to have drank it. I can't drink fuzzy drinks, like I can't chug on them. Some people do and they just, I don't know. I just can't. This game is not looking great. We need to draw a monster. How many monsters do you drink a week? I think less than 1 energy drink per week. 0.8, I would say. Monsters are less fizzy than fizzy water, mostly. Does my list have Gingerbrute? It does, yes. Would be a good draw. No to jest zajebisty draw, nie? Zajebiście dobrałem sobie Kaldrę. I should draw. Oh yeah, fuck me. Imagine being Hammer and dying to turn 1 Ragavan. My friend fainted after taking too many sips of Żywiec Mocny Gaz in a row. Congrats. It's so tilting when you can't hit the concede button, you keep missing. It feels so bad. Losing game 1 is quite rough. Why Hammer so bad now? Well, I lost the game on the draw to a turn 1 Ragavan with Hammer. Yes, Hammer does that. Every deck does that. I had no removal. I am playing a removal-less deck too, but you tend to lose those. If I was on the play, my opponent would die this game. It was just literally Literally came to that. What if you didn't run Memnite to block the Ragavan as you had Hammer skill in hand? Maybe I could have done that, actually, maybe, yeah. But I had a Stoneforge Mystic in my hand as a second creature, so I assumed I can run it out, because the upside is also that I get to attack with the Memnite if it doesn't die. So I was actually not going to block. Orvar is against creativity. Discard 2 Archon of Cruelty, you make an Archon of Cruelty. Interesting. You can't spell this or what? I should have played Plains around Spell Pierce before playing my first hammer, but I didn't. Countered. Alright, Memnite countered. We play Mystic, we get Sword of Fire and Ice. Giver of Runes really good this game. No explosives. Even explosives is not so great. Like what they're gonna explode? 1-drops right now? Like fine. I flash in the Sword of Fire and Ice, equip it. I have a Stoneforge Mystic with a Sword of Fire and Ice. Puresteel Paladin, extra card from Sword of Fire and Ice. Ah, no Mantle. Even if I had Mantle in my deck, I wouldn't have fetched it here. I guess I would actually. Because then I would equip the hammer. Okay, I would have fetched the Mantle. Maybe it's not so bad to play Mantle. We're gonna see a 5/5 Murktide. Argento. More DCRs, okay. One. Can't wait to see the Barbie movie, bros. Well, you need to wait a bit more. It's not out yet. Actually, I've got no idea. Maybe it is. TBH. Would you Shriekhorn 2 bad blue-red players to improve your deck's win rate in going into a tournament? Yeah. Would you Shriekhorn a baby to make it so that you draw the fair top card of your deck instead of the top card of your deck? Would you Shriekhorn a baby? Kurde. I'll keep. I'm just gonna draw a land. Worst case, I'll Shriekhorn. Worst case, I will Shriekhorn. What's the... So, like, I kind of get the psychology behind, like, new players to the game of Magic treating the cards in their library as a resource and thinking that they're losing something if they're getting mailed. But can someone explain to me, I had the thought yesterday at the pre-release, the seeming fascination with equipment. Like, I feel like newer or less enfranchised players, who tend to play every equipment they open in their pool in their deck. The ones that I just filter out as unplayable and put in the unplayable pile before I actually start looking at my pool. Maybe I undervalue it too, but it's kind of like my mode of operation is to filter out the equipments, and on the other hand, like new players tend to just love the equipment. They're gonna play 3 copies of the same one. Swords are cool. Well, it's frequently like some wrenches or some things. Equipments are just cool. It's interesting. Some equipments are good and sealed. Well, yeah, but regardless of whether they're good or no, like it does seem like to me like regardless of the specific format, but like I play against someone who clearly like plays rarely, they tend to have more equipment on average in their decks. They just haven't had the experience of drawing too many equipments. Well, now they had after the game we played yesterday at the pre-release. Because that's exactly like what happens. Game 1, I get rolled by 2 creatures and equipment, I can't stop it. Then game 2, I my opponent goes like equipment, 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 and then plays a single creature, I kill it, and then they die. So now I guess I don't know if they internalized the lesson, but it happened. I think with equipments you can imagine them re-equipping it to 5 different creatures after they trade up. Yeah. Can I use the equipment to kill the baby? I was about to say that I won't stop you, but honestly, please don't. Reconsider whether you actually want to do this. This is not a financial or a non-financial advice stream. Cast with 0 colors. Sure. Why did you cast AE? You did see a lot of newer players transforming their creatures into open mana instead of developing the board. Why no EE on 1? Well, they have a 1-drop in play. But it's kind of weird. Easy explanation why new players play suboptimally. It's cause they're bad. Well, yeah, but they kinda tend to be like bad in a similar, replicable way. Which I think is interesting when you can find a pattern here of like a common way that the game is like misunderstood, maybe. The pattern is experience. No, the pattern is that like there is like the certain type of a card that tends to be overvalued. That's the pattern. I'm not sure I would say I encounter chump blocking at 15 life that often, but my friend who's very good at fighting games is learning Magic, and he does a lot of chump blocking at 15 type stuff. But when I say he doesn't need to, he says, oh yeah, I suppose. Could you describe the pitfall? What kinds of cards are overvalued? I did describe it, equipments. It does feel to me like newer players play lots of equipments in limited. I base it on my yesterday's experience of my sealed opponent who I didn't know and seemed like not extremely enfranchised in the game of Magic the Gathering. Let's go Sanctifier. Playing free equipments, no creatures and dying. So you're basing a huge generalization on one single data point from yesterday. It reminded me of the fact that I feel like that happens often. I was like, oh yeah, that's actually something that I wondered about before. Does Sanctifier take them off Delirium? It does not. How often does the Shadowspear activate ability come up? I mean, you pay to and equip it very often, so... pretty often. But lose hexproof, not really. I can't win. I think once you lose game 1, it's actually very hard to win a match against Murktide with Hammer. The post-board games are unfavored. So it's like... but it's minor. I think you can say they made a card for me, it's ass. Yeah. He does not want to say that. Alright, we are on the play. I think it's a keep. If we draw a land, it's so good. And if we don't draw a land, we can have Paladin. On turn 3 with the second drum. Well put the hammer. I played the hammer, but maybe I should have played the Shadowspear. I don't think so. If I draw Sigarda Z, then I'm punished. If I draw a land, it's better to play hammer. Yikes. Attack. Spellbinder is good with Chrome, Ancient Tomb and Chrome Mox, but which is the good card in that scenario? Well, it could be the Spellbinder still. What's this Force of Will? What if your opponent forces the Spellbinder? You're gonna counter spell me. I'm gonna draw planes now to make it... the game's gonna just laugh at me. You don't need to get a drum though, no. They get under hammer? I guess. I mean, you get to play it. Hopefully they will not have 2 counter spells. Spells. Yeah, I don't know if I play Shadowspear or not, because we could draw with it. We don't have the extra mana on the next, that's kind of the issue. Doesn't seem super relevant for it to be in play. If Paladin equips a hammer, then that's kinda should be good enough to win. If not, then I don't know. Sometimes you get covered on human and want to resolve WPA or Archon after. Oh, the band card, huh? Yeah, I would love to resolve my band card in my legacy format. What does a canister world champion card look like? I would ask them to become a squirrel or a brushwog. Brushwog. I don't know how you pronounce that. Brushwog. Brushwog, let's say. So I would ask Mara to be one of those. And Mara would be like, haha, this is so funny, we're gonna make you a brushwog. Specimen. Specimen. Right, bro, iterate away. Get it East led. I wanted to cast something, but then they stopped. It's stronger to play Esper Sentinel here than the Paladin. They want to play longer. It's gonna at least make it awkward for them, but it's gonna be tough. Oh, it's floating red, what the heck? They may just charm, they will not. No plays. That's curious. Keep keeping shitty hands with hammer because I'm tilted by my bad opening hands and I don't want to mulligan, but I get punished. Maybe I should mulligan. I probably should mulligan more this tournament. If you ever wear your Kaiba outfit, not cosplay, can the cats be dressed at the mass blue eyes white dragon? Yeah. Great draw. It's not gonna be a better window to Puresteel, I think. Do you agree? I think I agree. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Okay. 5 pierces, 0 snares. Literally got spell snared on the first Paladin. Right, have iteration. They floated red to scare me? Maybe they wanted to draw with a fiery eyelet. Right, we won game 1 though, so that was great. They just had a weak hand, they didn't want to cast iteration not to like appear weak. They did not appear weak, but they were weak. They almost bluffed counterspell well. I mean, they did bluff it, but I was like, yeah, I'll draw if you have it. And I had the Saga as a backup. I mean, showing hand is not... it's fine. Sometimes you do that by mistake. But I think it's morally grey. You should not condemn land showing behaviors. Also, we're playing this in Vintage. I think it's morally good. Okay. I think it's neutral.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Thank you, Psychonaut, for the gifted sub for TSP. Seems like a keep. It's not a great hand, but it's keepable. Good turn 1. How many Discord kittens? 1 Discord kitten. What's that DK song? So fast, so nimble. Coconut gun. I'm not blocking. I'm not blocking this time. Because we can... if we get a planes, we can Sanctifier, then we can block forever. Or with Giver, we can also block forever. Imagine donating money to a streamer who the Twitch leaks has shown makes $3 million a month. I don't. And the leaks haven't shown that. Unless 3 million, I don't know, pesos. then maybe. But probably not even. Probably not even that. £3,000,000. I wish Odyssey releases an equipment lens so that we can tutor it with Stoneforge. It's already released. It's called Paradise Mantle. I actually want to draw Saga on the next turn. Activate Inkmoth, Drum into Sanctifier. You play a Ragavan and 2 counterspells post board, so I don't know how much sideboard they have. Seems like not that many. Well, I mean, my drums are gone, but so what? They have 1 card in hand. Somehow they have 1 card in hand and Otawara ended up being played. I don't know. Take that damage. Okay, we die. Now they have 3 cards and potentially more. How is this Plains black bordered? Show expansion, please. They ruined it on MonoW. The white bordered cards are now black bordered. Give us, sent you a message. 30 masz 4 fobie, Black Lotus. Nie mam. Też gram. Let's go, draw something good. Plains is kinda good. Spell snare this, thank you so much for spell snaring a ring. Yeah, they ruined 8th edition Plains. They show up normally in deck building and during sideboarding. See? But in game, see? Terrible. It's really fucked up that they did that. Yeah, it's really fucked up. Right, now we're gonna be on the place. On the play, we're gonna win. That's how it goes. We have extra Fossil Will. Raz, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. F7. Alright, good hands for once. Kurwa, this is... just watch me play Mono Red and Mono Blue in Standard. Haha, good times. Yeah, good times. I mean, this hand... I don't know. It's like Sentinel on the play, nice. Giver of the Runes, nice. Death by Explosives and kind of a not doing anything hand. I think I should mull. This is much better. This is interesting. Do I play Sentinel on turn 1? I think I will play Sentinel over Sigarda's Aid. On the play, just taxes their baubles and we can high roll, draw a lands to be just game winning. As they had a second league, I thought all of the people that I never heard of had 10 million or less. What? Which league? 10 million? Isn't it better to play 8 pre-combat to make it appear more threatening? I haven't thought of that. You kinda maybe you're right. Bro, there's not a day passes where I don't miss my fucking second land drop in this stupid deck. Not playing Mishra's Bubble Fetch lands is just a mistake. No, when I add more lands, I get just flood. Well, there is some 23 land individuals. I play 10 lands, yes. Didn't pile shuffle before the game. Please no EE. I mean, at least we draw 2. And we keep the Memnite. It's not too bad. You can EE actually. It's kind of funny that mana traders run out of Black Lotuses. I did see that Karatedom won the thing yesterday in the end and then bitched online about the format being bad. It actually made sense that it's weird that there is no standard mocks. They want to reanimate standard and they should just be making standard tournaments, and I think the mocks are a good way to make it more relevant for people. They're at 8 live against my shitty beatdowns. But still, he sounded like a salty dog a little bit. And I wish I had beaten him, so to say, I won based instead of bitching online, but... They market standard as the arena format these days. Well, but don't they also want it to be played in stores? Do they get rid of Pauper or Vintage? I think Vintage. I don't think, like I've read on the Discord, on the Vintage Discord, there is no more Vintage mocks. You have the EE. You can't imagine playing standard and paper unless it was absolutely 100% necessary. Well, what does it mean? 100% absolutely necessary? They rotate the format, they don't include each year, right? Yeah, I think so, but they could do anything. It's their, like, they could get rid of Legacy forever and play standard. That would make more sense to me, kinda. Maybe they could have 5 formats, but maybe not. You know, there are options. It's not necessary to play the game at all. Exactly. We're gonna play Sanctifier en-Vec. 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 Only thing worse than getting rid of Legacy would be getting rid of Modern. No, I can't get rid of Modern. It's a popular format. Exalt all the red cards. The punchline being that they have no red cards at all. So it actually didn't do anything. Justin's chat was like, where are the vintage regulars in the showcase playoffs? Where the can speak. I don't get it. What do you want to say? It was funny that the vintage showcase playoff was won by a person who claimed to have never played vintage before the LCQ. They weren't there because it's a coin flip format, sure. Can you imagine they got rid of Modern? I can't. What are you playing? EE on 2. EE. Co kurwa? I'm gonna blow? Blow the load now? No? Okay. Do you think they will trade for my Memnite? I don't think they will. They will. Not sure if it even makes sense to play them. By the hammer. I don't have Metalcraft. Running back shops. Yeah. Playing the yesterday's deck. Let's see if I entered the event. I did. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Alright, my plan is to kill them with the Sanctifier after this draw step for sure. Not like it was a different plan before, but you get the gist. Also, thanks for the raid. Very nice. Blacksmith Skullele. Do you think I play Puresteel Paladin now? Chest down? Wait, that works? That's nonsensical. I have to play the second skill. A good bolt now. Right, survived. Is it gonna kill their dress down? That's funny. Second skill doesn't work. It's timestamps. No reason to not play the hammer. I think I shouldn't play the hammer. I think Blacksmith skill is not all that great against Murktide, but it is better than the new card. Murktide. Vintage game, I'll go first. Yeah, why not? Murktidis. Let's say small Murktide. 5/5, 5/5, 5. 5/5, 5. 5/5. Funny word. 5/5, 5/5. Snared. Alright, I have one card, which means they will next turn untap and play an iteration. Pay cost, yeah. Tap Steam and Sotawara, yeah. Alright, Ledger Shredder. Oh, well, that's rough too. Bros, the Murktide matchup for Hammer is not even that good. The Hammer deck kinda sucks. A little bit. Put back one Jewel? Or one Ancestral? I don't think I put back Ancestral. Well, maybe. Maybe I put back Probe, honestly. I think I'd rather keep Probe. Then I know what to put. Maybe I do put back Ancestral. It says that I play Dredge. Commonly. I get rid of a Jewel. Close. Like Ancestral, I don't know, so good, right? My opponent has literally 2 lands. They can just not attack with Murktide, and I am screwed still, but... It did used to be a Rituala stream, yeah. I'm expanding my brand towards... No, I played shops in the past plenty. Okay, they drew nothing. Maybe I should have gone in the sword. Nine-month subscriber, long-time fan, thanks. Crystalline Giant stream, yeah. Weird, I play land with a shot and play. It is a bit weird.
He's a phenomenal control player.
I would never put back Ancestral even if I knew it was the correct thing to do, yeah. And it's close to word being, but we drew Moxopal. This is indeed Dredge. They have Force of Negation, and let's play out my Mox. Also, I could get rid of both my cards. Not really, though. Already won here round 1. Crazy. Well, I guess I'm just waiting for my game. 4 mana. So they Murktide again. Upkeep Recall, no Metalcraft. I can put back Shadowspear into play. It's actually close, if I should. The best draw 8, I guess. Then I don't put and I don't crack, I think. You need to get rid of the Dredger too. Discard Jewel and... to counter Ancestral and discard Jewel, and I can just not play the Jewel and they then can't use Bazaar. So actually we're in a fine spot. But this is a tough decision because I could crack this. It's only relevant if I draw a land at the top anyways. So I don't really want to crack this. We need to draw Paladin or Aid. To make both good top decks, we just don't spend any. I think. Draw Paladin. They have a removal. You're gonna die anyways. Can make it so that Spellsnare is not an out. But they will always have a way to interrupt me equipping the Shadowspear afterwards. So I go Paladin. Paladin Shadowspear, I think, is the order. You get to draw an extra card, I mean, why not? Don't let them connive before they get to do stuff. Yeah. Well, they can. Well, they can, yeah, because they have 3 islands in play. Oh, 8 too. GG's, smiley face. I guess that means I win. That's a decent hand. Not great, mind you. Rip. Yeah, that is fine. Like, they have 2 turrets for Vigor, so just play out 2/2. Or maybe should deploy Saga too. All the EOT thinking, not so nice. We saved the Saga at least from Vigor. I mean, you know, if it's gonna take time, it's much weaker either, so maybe I shouldn't have. Never in mind. Who plays that in Modern? That's crazy. Their hand low. I mean, that's a good draw. I just dredge for you. No, no, do not. Good. That's the Wormcoil sound. Sounds a bit robotic, but also dangerous. Oh, the fuck, bro. Oh, those are the small Wormcoil sounds. It's the best I can do. What am I? Oh. Yeah. Like, yeah. Damn, dredge is good when you draw like keep 7. They keep 7. Can you complain? Kept 6, but they have a dredger. And I have vigor, wasteland. No, it was strip mine and wasteland.
He's a phenomenal control player.
That seems like just was not our game. Now that you lost round 1, will you join the guy who complained yesterday about vintage? Karate Pog, yeah. Oh, they also play this. Alright. Do I play anything now? Next turn I have Paladin, activate Hammer, need to get flying. Like maybe I play Paladin, equip, play Hammer. Do they keep mana up? It's bad. They will make land drops. But Sun is so good, why not play that overvintage for competitive events? I mean, it is weird to me that they don't have competitive ones in standard. So it's actually good. Yeah, sure, bro. Literally so good.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Here we go. 8 months less than 3-1 question for Mr. Streamer. What's the optimal list for Amulet in your opinion?
I think the Paladin keeps it. Because they don't seem... If they play Prismatic Command, they don't play Leyline Binding in their deck. Likely. We got ruined this game. Prismatic Ending on my Hammer. Wow, that's... Well, that's a white card and something I wasn't expecting, but... I guess same thing would happen. Correct. For no found. 8 months. One question for Mr. Streamer. What's the optimal list for Amulet in your opinion right now? I've got no idea. Honestly. I've not played Amulet in such a long time and not paid any attention to that, so I can't help you with that. Do I play any historic? No, I don't play MTG Arena. Yeah, you could read Dom Harvey's 80-page amulet thesis, although it has no deck lists, though. That's the thing with it. It doesn't have a deck list. It's like the how-to rather than how. It's like why to rather than how to. That makes sense. All right, a hammer and we win. A hammer and we win. Hammer, 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 hammer. Not it. When everything is a nail, you seem like a nail. Oh, like whatever was that. Thing. Hammer is so much better when you draw good hands, but you draw them so rarely. What would Nathan advise? What solution would Nathan come up with? I just died of cringe and rolled over just looking at this trash hand being so tempting, so close to being actually very good. Tantalizingly, almost a very functional, very strong, even nice hand. Instead, no white mana, idiot. Tap your stupid Inkmoth for. So maybe I keep this and draw a white or 0. Play Sentinel turn 2. Actually, it's fine. Let's keep this. You're right, because you can activate Inkmoth. You can turn to Sentinel Pog. Put back Hammer? Or maybe Mystic. Big Mystic. Have you ever thought about en-Moth flying around with a hammer? Yes. Nathan Fielder voice. The plan? Improve MTG win percentage by paying new players entry fee and providing them with terrible decks. Fair. Yeah. Ren, kill your Sentinel. Can drop planes and 0 drop? No, Puresteel Paladin. What are we? 2-3? It's a strong mental game to play with Hammer. It's really easy to drop games to terrible hands and mana issues. Feels like it's like more pronounced than in other decks. I don't know if XWell would agree or disagree, or if he would say, no, actually, bro, you just mulligan and you're fine. Mulligans follow me. They get me. Just gotta kill more babies for better hands. Yeah, maybe that's the solution, maybe. Uro is the Ginger frame. Is that only cards that are proven to be good are good. It's just a prerequisite for a card to be good is that it has to be proven. Like now, by that logic, he just thinks that it's Shoulder is the best card ever. Well, it's a card with meaningful downsides. Food time. My Tron opponent leads on a forest. It is the longest. Because, like, how often are gonna people laugh? So often they don't. Then we have the plot of the Joker movie, I guess. Literally me. How often are you gonna win? Well, it's less terrifying to lose a game than to say a joke that doesn't land. I think that's a pretty common fear. As humans are social creatures, evolved to appease their mates, not to get thrown out of the group because survival was tough, and well, it still is tough when you're alone. Tried stand up for a bit, and I think it's important that everyone fail just to get it out of the way. So you realize that the floor doesn't open up, and the audience tend to be quite forgiving. Yeah. Probably true. I don't know. Maybe I get Kaldra? No, that's terrible. Maybe I play this? No, that's terrible. Play Stoneforge, get Hammer. Can you retell us one of the jokes that you said at your stand-up, Cthulhu? Maybe we can laugh and make you feel better about that. I guess you feel good anyway, so it literally doesn't matter. Can I cast like 2 cantrips and I lose my Ornithopter? They can cast like cantrip, bolt, Ornithopter. Yeah, 1 damage is okay. That would actually be slightly bad. I probably wouldn't do that, but 1 damage on average is also pretty low value. I'll pass. I was trying to be Eddie Izzard, so there were some stories in tangents. I don't know what that means, but I see. People used to laugh at me for wanting to do stand-up. Then I did, and nobody was laughing anymore. Funny. Good draw. One of the best draws I could have gotten. The other one would be what? Saga, maybe? I have no clock, so I get to wait them out and make it tough for them. Counter spell, okay. So I'll flash the hammer this turn with Stoneforge. This Eddie Izzard clip is good. Okay, Popsy, but if it's not good, then you owe me much. Wow, bolt my Ornithopter. Crazy. Makes sense, I mean, from my behavior, it makes sense that they want to do that. But I assume they don't have counterspell, so you're gonna just play out a Puresteel Paladin. I don't know if I should attack or not, but don't need to surveil a something weird. No, I don't know. Whatever, I don't care. In Europe, someone asked me if there was anything I missed from the US, and I said the sound of gunfire and screaming children. Pause. Because I live near an amusement park. What were you guys thinking of? Shit like that. It's pretty funny. Spell Pierce. Yeah, it's pretty funny with good delivery. My delivery was, for example, very good, so it was very funny. Put a card on top of the library. Alright, so they're gonna iterate. Didn't even get to say that they're gonna iterate, they just iterated. Why is there gunfire in an amusement park? I've never been to one, but from the TV shows and cartoons I have watched, it appears that a popular way to amuse yourself in an amusement park is like games where you shoot to a target to win prizes. Those guns don't create sounds of gunfire. To win the big bear peluche and conquer your crush of the high school. I like the word peluche. Is it Italian? Peluche. Counter. Bros, this matchup is unwinnable. Emil is calling turn, so at least maybe they'll draw a shit card now. No, iteration again?
He's a phenomenal control player.
Oi-o-oi-e-o.
Those free fucking sausages not good enough, not enough for you. You have to take one of Gary's plate. Fucking rude, I am sick to bastard death of you. Mom. Missed call. Take the piss. What does it mean, take the piss, Gaz? I don't get this. Take the piss, okay. Can I draw planes? Yeah, can I? Thanks for letting me draw planes. Is Gaz Gary? Okay, that makes much more sense. Bros, today Hammer feels like the most pathetic deck I've ever played. That's why they make games 2 and 3. Well, but then they are worse for me. Pretty matchup dependent. Yeah, and Murktide is the good matchup. Got the sausage less from the new Magic the Gathering set. That's a good joke. Taking the piss is like having a giraffe. Yeah. Take a piss, mate. They keep a bolt and I bolt my Memnite and I don't get to make Saga on turn. Like, I would want to play turn 1 Saga, but I think I'm gonna be a little bitch and I'm gonna play Springleafers. Memniters. Like, I don't think they're gonna want to bolt the Memnite now, but probably should have kept it still. I should have not played my Memnite. If they bolt it, I might actually get so punished. No. Pass the fucking turn. Pass the fucking turn, bro. No, yes, pass to my main phase. Yes, thanks. Thanks, mate. Thanks. Christ. Was it so hard, really? Do you really have to make me nervous like this? Why expose Memnite? I made a mistake. I said I should have kept it in my hand. Well, they will not counterspell it on turn 1. The Memnite Exposer has logged on. Funny. Memnite exposed. Memnite is 0 mana Fotsis for either Ragavan or Unholy Heat. Hello, Bumzing. How are you doing? I see that you are in a good mood. How often do you think has a Murktide player blew up their Mishra's bubble like lifetime? Oh wow. That's crazy. Probably Memnite. Probably better to get Gingerbrute than Memnite. Even if the haste is not good. How am I doing myself? Well, I'm doing rather well. Too. I don't know if I want to draw another Paladin. It does not make it... that's not nice, I think. Maybe this. It actually is. I think you should just have created a construct. Oh yeah, now like hindsight around subtlety players, what the fuck? You're gonna like tell me to make a construct in this spot, you're insane? I mean before that, before what? How do I just make a construct? When? Against a tapped out opponent, I should not go for it, waiting for a better... Yes, so this turn, you don't want me to play a Puresteel Paladin against a tapped out opponent. This is not good advice. I'll make a construct now that they tapped out. Ban that guy? No, I'm not gonna ban that guy, just... There's no way I was supposed to make a construct here. Like, the subtlety was good for them, but they did have to pitch a card. Get a drum. Should have made a construct, no sound. Like, we can replay the situation, and you tell me, like, no, don't Brotherhood's end me. No, the Brotherhood is not ended, no. The Brotherhood lives on, bros. No, no. No, the Brotherhood is okay. Player Murktide, that's like fine. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, I don't have any hammers in play. Did you top the Paladin or just draw another one? I did top the Paladin. Imagine if you had an extra token right now. Well, they would have an extra subtlety. In my opinion, this matchup is not explosive. You have to grind them out. Create a construct and waiting to present double threats. They were tapped out! How many decks play subtlety? How bad is it for me if they subtlety? It's slightly bad for me if they subtlety. There was no major tells to believe that they have subtlety. And it does not disappear from their hand. Like, the construct would be okay against it though, but I don't know how you can make that guess. I don't know how you can do that, how you can like guess it this way. That sounds crazy to me. Doesn't sound like a play that you can make without hindsight. Power. Spell snare. Yeah. Snare spelled. You're not playing around subtlety. I'm just trying to extract the most value of the Basset card. Well, if you're not playing around subtlety, then my play is better because they are left with 2 mana versus a hammer equipped creature. So how much more do you want? Oh, this. It's odd. I was wondering, wish for a plains maybe, but what is 0-drop? Spell snare tells me that this is the Menguchi list that has 1 subtlety. Now I play plenty of subtlety. 10 plains Magus, by the way. Nexus is not artifact for attack. I had no mana. It's an artifact if you activate it. I didn't have the mana to activate it. Now it's a mountain, but earlier, I assume you asked about earlier. Spells and 1/7 subtlety are both very common, yeah. Spells are much more so. Spells is like much more popular than subtlety. Ram plus hammer. You need to tap a creature. Do you play around one of Shadow? Well, it's fine to play around it, it's just that in this spot it was better not to. Leo. Do we move the hammer to Paladin? Clearly, well, they don't have a removal because they would have killed it. Would they? I don't know. Have a bounce spell, it's a bit worse. Move first, get a card. How do I get a card? Well, I'm gonna play this, just wonder if I want to move this to Puresteel Paladin. If this is actually advantageous. I guess it's possible they would have a removal. So I think we move. Yeah, so we don't need to cast other hammer. Okay. Yeah, because it was reasonable for them to have a removal. Spend a braid, so they don't have anything else in their hand, that's good. Dash, okay. As an Amulet player, I would much rather be playing against Bloodwound than Magus. Yes. Clearly. I would first play and see what you draw. Yeah, well, that's the question though, will you? Could go for lethal. Interesting. Probably cast it. Just what they can have. A Braid Span they didn't have. An extra one. Okay. So they have Pierces, Ragavans. Seems like Pierces Snares. I would think they cut Counterspell. Maybe one of us Springleaf Drum, but probably not. Have 10 planes. Like in game 2, you would, if you would make a, if in that game 2, if you would make a construct, you would be playing incredibly slow to play around. I have to move this. And keep 7 on the play. I move. Put back Shadowspear, I think. You play very slow to make a construct. It's not to argue about that. No. Well, okay, don't bully poor in MTG chat because it's like fine. Express your opinion. I just think that that opinion it was an insane one. Like terrible play. I mean, not terrible, but insane. It does have merits though, minor merits, I guess. Do you block the Ragavan here? I don't think so. I got Drum, Stoneforge. I guess you should have blocked it. No. Then I wouldn't have anything to equip it to. Actually, better off that they removed it. Vintage, we are 1-2. Let's go, yes. This is a nice hand. I keep. I think it was a good decision not to block. I also think so, yeah. Alright, Magus me, bro. Magus me now. Come on, fetch your island. Your puny little bitch island and play your Magus and, like, destroy my planes. Come on! What you waiting for? Hit my guy, okay. Thank for the rage. Respect the cat, MTG. Why did I board out Kaldra versus Murktide? I like Sword more and I find Kaldrona unreliable. In game 1 it wins if it gets into play, but in game 2 they also have the rest down to deal with it. So I think more often it hurts than it helps. That's why. But it's close. Like I'm not fully sure of that. If I didn't have the sword, it would be closer. With the sword, I'm fine. Not doing that. Triple queuing? No, I'm playing 2 matches. If that's what you consider to be triple queuing, then yes, I am triple queuing, but dress down answers Kaldra. In a way. It lets them have a way to answer it. You need to unholy heat it after, but petty theft. What, you petty theft the 8? Okay. I mean, that's fine. Discord kitten. I cut 1 kitten, I kept the second one. Canister wins. Okay, so you done sideboard.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Fried chicken.
Thank you, Nintendo, for your sub. Does this count as a turn 1 kill if you need to take extra turns? I planned on playing Karn and latticing them. We don't actually kill on the first turn. That is a good point.